but they didn't have a song. They didn't feel that one of the three songs was right for this. So apparently both Gene and Stanley went to Arthur and said, we need a song for Donald O'Connor. Something like Be a Clown from The Pirate. So apparently Arthur Freed went away, with Gilbert Brown, came back, got the song, it's called Make 'Em Laugh. And everybody went through Make 'Em Laugh, but virtually Be a Clown, which Cole Porter had written for The Pirate. So they just went ahead and did Make 'Em Laugh, which if you listen to Be a Clown and listen to Make 'Em Laugh, there's no question about, what the similarity is. But somehow, Cole Porter didn't sue.
Donald O'Connor.
They didn't have a solo number for me in the movie. Gene had his Singing in the Rain, which was tremendous. The only one number that was completely mine was the Make 'Em Laugh number, which was really a collaborative effort. Roger Eden came in with this number called Make 'Em Laugh, and we were on that big rehearsal stage. And Gene was busy, and he said, why don't you take the girls under the piano player and see what you can come up with in this number? I said, okay. So I went in a small rehearsal hall, and I started doing pratfalls, and whatever Jeannie and Carol and the pianists laughed at the most, I said, well, write it down. But it was easy putting it together because Carol and Jeannie, they thought I was the funniest guy that ever lived. They look at me and just fall down laughing. And Gene is the same way. He can't keep a straight face with me. It's a wonderful relationship. Well, in the principal choreography, I didn't make much at all. If Gene was stuck to something or whatever, he said, what do you think would be good here? It was that kind of thing. And I helped him with a couple of dance steps and combinations and things like that. But mostly that was all his, and whatever Stanley contributed to that. Again, I say he was behind the scenes. He was never in the front in any way, and he didn't want to get in the way of Gene. One thing that Gene insisted on to make him laugh was to come in close and see me do those crazy faces. So anyway, he said, we've got to come in and see you do those funny faces someplace in this number. I said, you sure you want to stop? Come in close to catch it? He said, I don't care what you do. We got to see those funny faces. So I said, okay. So I thought of them opening the door, running into a brick wall. And then I came out and I was like this. But then I did all this business and did that, which is Joan Davis's. She was known for this thing. And then I went on to the next thing. He cut in real close, and then he was happy. Well, the dummy was in the corner. A friend of mine, they looked kind of silly. I was resting in between doing rehearsal, doing something else, and I sat down on the couch. And he picked up the dummy, and he threw it at me. He said, see what you can do with this. And I said, okay. So I picked up the dummy, and I started fooling around with it. And what I did the first time is what you see on the screen. It worked out just perfect what it was. And with a slap in the face and going over the couch. And that was it. The hat thing, I don't know how I got that. It was all really, as I say, whatever looked funny, like I'd throw the hat. Gene was, being the kind of guy he is, the rest of the movie. As you know, a lot of people would not, that would have wound up in the cutting room floor. But not with Gene. He's not that kind of guy. The better it is for him. Really. When it came time for the finish of this number, I thought, well, wait a minute, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I run up one wall, do a back somersault, run up the other wall, do a back somersault, and run through the third one? And Gene said to me, you think you can do it? I said, I don't know, I never tried. That's kind of scary. Really, you can't very well say when you're up there making a revolution, starting in there, and say, what am I doing up here? Because you're bound to break your neck that way. If it hadn't been for Jeannie Klein and Carol Haney, I don't think the number would ever have been as good as it turned out to be.